I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Alright, you lucky sons of bitches that live in warm states, you don't gotta worry about doing this, but since I do not, and it's starting to get cold here in Chicago, like 50 degrees, you gotta look out, get ready for cold riding. So today again it's like 50 degrees. I'll check my tire pressures real quick like. Yeah. You know, the tire pressure is going to drop a little bit. I'm a little bit low on the front. Oh, and this is fantastic. It's also starting to rain, so I can tell you a little bit about what it's like to ride in the rain as well as I do this. Having a motorcycle, running that shit when it's wet outside, son. First, let's go ahead and put in some air. And is that truck blocking me from going to get in my air? We're gonna find out. Sidewalk action. Jesus Christ, son! Now, filling your tires with air is a little bit kind of a pain in the ass for a motorcycle. It's because it's harder to get the freaking nozzle on there. But the process works the same as when you're doing it in your car. But don't do it too much because it fills up real quick with air. So yeah, that's about what I need for the front. And we're going to do the back now. Oh yeah, I always bring my own tire gauge because I don't trust these the gauges that they got here at the gas station. So bring your own gauge that you trust with the pressures, and bringing one that is already here. Much air is in there. I'm gonna give you a little tiny bit more. If you don't know how much air that you need in your particular tire, whoa, shit. It's written on the sidewall of your tire and also on your swing arm as well. So that should be good. How much air you actually need. That's actually a little bit too much. A little bit of you out. But yeah, man, you don't think about tire pressure that much because in a car you got 4 wheels. You can feel it squirming and everything in a car, but you got 4 wheels to help you recover. On a bike, you don't. So it's important if you're going to be riding in colder weather to monitor that tire pressure, and it's going to drop. Tire pressure is going to drop when it gets colder out. And you don't want to get squirmy because you're already going to be squirming around a little bit. I'll explain why. All geared up like. Let's go. So why are you already going to be squirmy? Because it's cold outside, so your tires are going to take you a little bit before they warm up to temperature and get grip, and now that can take up to at least, oh, I don't know, shit, 5 to 10 miles of riding or so before your bike gets up to temperature and the tires are all nice and warmed up and everything, and you're good to go. But know that if you're riding in it, it's really cold outside. Like if you're riding in it, it's like 30 degrees outside Fahrenheit. your tires are always going to be slippery, so be careful of that. But I don't know that many people that do that. Some people do that, but I don't know that many that do. But if you're doing that, you need to always be careful and look out for that. Other things to look out for where you're riding when it starts getting a little bit colder outside is, again, because everything's slippery because of your cold tires and whatnot, and now everything's going to warm up. Ride almost like you're riding in the rain for a little bit until you get used to that traction. That's what is going to make you kind of fuck up a little bit, is not having that traction, whether you're braking, one important thing, and the second most important thing is cornering, so you don't freaking low side your bike, is to make sure that you're taking care of it in the corners, taking it a little bit easy so you don't lose the back end and slide out, because that ain't no fun. It ain't no fun at all. But right now I'm giving you a combination. I'm giving you rain, and I'm giving you cold weather riding. That's just the way it is. And be careful of shit like that, like paint on the side of the road. Like I just had right back there. That'll make it slide out real quick as well. So be careful of all the different types of road conditions. Everything basically is worsened by heat. Thank you! Please don't kill me! Fun stuff. Everything is worsened by the conditions. Oh, manhole covers. If you got a lot of manhole covers, watch out for those things as well. I always try to avoid manhole covers, but especially if it's cold or rainy. Don't run them over, because they will also let you slide out and it'll be a real bad day. Like that dude right there. I don't want to touch that thing. I am going to avoid that thing like the plague. And then I guess I'll talk about preparing your bike for winterization, which kind of sucks. I mean, I used to ride in Florida, and I loved being able to ride all year and not have to worry about it, but now I have to worry about winterization. So, what do you need to do to make sure that your bike is going to start when springtime comes? And this is like a huge frustration for a lot of people, is that their bike doesn't start after they've stored it. All you really need to do is some real basic type things. First thing you need to do, make sure that you put Stabil in the fuel tank right there. Gasoline goes bad. It does not stay good. It goes bad after, like, I don't know, 6 weeks or so, maybe 8 weeks, something like that. It don't stay good. So you gotta remember to put something in there to actually stabilize the fuel that's in there. Because if you don't, that fuel, again, also going bad, will also rust inside of the gas tank, and you do not want rust in your fuel system. So one, use a bottle of Stabilize. Go buy that. Fill up your tank. Pour that shit in there. The next thing you're going to want to do, battery tender. Most of the time, the reason bikes don't start is because either they're not getting enough juice, so not getting enough battery power, they're not getting enough spark, or they don't have fuel. Alright, so we already talked a little bit about fuel. Battery. You're going to need to take that battery out because it's going to discharge over the 4 to 6 months that you have it in storage and that you're not riding it. Take that battery out, go get a battery tender, hook it up, set it up for a trickle charger or whatever at your own home, and you'll be set to go with a fresh new battery when you put it back into the bike, so you know you're going to have power. Second thing that you're going to want to look out for, and a lot of people don't look out for this for whatever reason, is you're going to want to look out for your spark plugs. Make sure that your spark plugs have been changed with a nice seal of oil around them as well, so they don't get all corroded and rusted in there. So pull them out, do that, or as part of maintenance while it's in storage, change your spark plugs. But also importantly is to change the oil in your engine. What is this important to change the oil in your engine is because you get, even if you whenever you put motor oil into the engine and it runs for a little bit, there is going to be some water that goes in there. If you're not constantly running it and it's not burning off, you're going to get rust. And you don't want rust in your engine really at all. So that's why you want to give it a fresh oil change before you put it in storage. And what else? The rest of the stuff is just basic. I mean, it's all really kind of basic maintenance stuff, but you know, you're going to want to take the time to clean and lube the chain. Make sure that thing's all nice and good so it doesn't get rusted over the time it's in storage. Next thing you're going to want to do so you don't get flat spots on your tires is, if you can, put your bike up on a stand, or maybe park it on a piece of wood or something so you don't get tire rot on your tires, because that ain't good. So you're going to definitely want to take care of that. But man, other than that, that's all you need to do. Just a lot of people, I mean, they just dump their bikes into storage and then they don't start it, and then they're like, ah, what the hell was going on? That's what happened. The fuel went bad and your battery went flat. That's it, usually. If you got a carb bike like I do, you're going to want to run the stabilize through the carb system as well. So pull the stabilize in there, and then, you know, whatever you're going to do, go drive it for like 5 or 10 miles or whatever, so it has a chance to work itself in there. So the old gasoline that doesn't have stable all mixed in there with it doesn't get all fucked up. And it doesn't get stuck in the carbs, and it doesn't get all rusted and gunked up and everything, because then you're going to need to take out your carbs and clean the whole damn entire thing before the bike's going to run right again for spring. But that's it, man. If you guys need any more tips, just leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to help you. But that's all you need to do with winterize your bike. It's actually pretty easy. You just gotta need to take care of some basic things. And remember, power, you need that. So you gotta make sure you got power. Make sure your battery is good. Fueling, gotta make sure the fuel system stays good. Gotta make sure you don't got bad fuel in there. 3, spark. You gotta make sure that the spark is getting to the engine to actually start it. Spark plugs, make sure that's good, and you cover those basic things and you're basically good to roll. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Enjoy your cold weather riding and ride as much as you can, because that winter bitch is right around the corner.